If I had to say a game that scares me the most right now, I wouldn't say Amnesia: The Dark Descent or Outlast, but rather barotrauma, the subject of our video today. Hello, welcome to the observation room. I'm Ethan. This game is set on Europa, one of Jupiter's natural satellites. You may be wondering why these games are set on this moon called Europa. What's so special about this moon? Europa is actually the most likely of all the planets we know of to give birth to life. The surface of Europa is covered by a thick layer of ice, so scientists speculate that beneath it is an ocean that is bottomless. Water is a necessary resource for civilization and a source of life, but what lies beneath the ice is still unknown to us, and it is this unknown that the story of barotrauma revolves around. In the game's setting, Europa's surface is wrapped in radiation just like Chernobyl, and humans wanting to explore this mysterious planet will have to dive into the world beneath the ice. Under the ice, players will drive a submarine to operate in the mysterious ocean. The operation of the game is a bit complicated. You must complete the training of each position before you can play the game properly. Otherwise you will be caught in a daze and don't know what to do. The game supports single or multiplayer, and up to 5 players can play at the same time. You can call your friends together, so the game will be relatively easy, but if your friends let you down, then you also have to be ready to make new friends. There are 5 positions in the game, each responsible is different, need to cooperate and coordinate with each other to make the game go on smoothly. When I first started playing, I chose Security Officer, a position mainly responsible for protecting the safety of the crew and avoiding the monsters attacked us. Choose this role, but also simply because he relatively have to do something more simple and crude. We just need to attack the monsters, so that they cannot get close to the ship. Other jobs are such as engineers. They need to keep the equipment inside the submarine working properly. Similarly, there are mechanics, responsible for maintaining various complex machinery on the submarine, repairing the damages. Once missed, the hull leaks. Perhaps the entire submarine will suffer. Medical officer is in charge of keeping the crew healthy, and when the crew is attacked by monsters, the medical doctor needs to treat them. As there are various injuries and illnesses in the game, the medical officer should be as careful as possible when treating. Otherwise the crew will be accelerated death if they're not careful. Besides, there are less important assistants. The most important of them is the captain, who is responsible for controlling the whole situation. In the game, we can't see whether there is danger in the submarine, so the captain needs to use the sonar to observe the outside of the ship. There are 2 types of sonar, active and passive. Active sonar can be used to explore the terrain, through the collision of sound waves in different environments to make ripples. We can roughly understand the current environment. Passive sonar is waiting for sound waves to come from outside to determine the environment we are in. Usually active sonar works better than passive sonar, but active sonar tends to attract monsters of the ocean. Yes, there are horrible creatures living in this seabed, which has yellow skin and lives among the pineapples of the deep. I'm kidding. Well, there are all kinds of deep-sea monsters in the game. It's not a joke. As we have mentioned before, the duty of the security officer is to protect the ship from the monsters. In the game setting, Europa's ice beneath the existence of a variety of horrible creatures. Then those jump scare. The unknown brings more profound fear. It will make you produce a shuddering feeling. Imagine you are the captain. In the sonar, you see a monster larger than the submarine is coming towards you. The game's single-player mode is much more difficult than the multiplayer mode, because mostly, your friends to be smarter than the AI. Perhaps, although the game has been updated several times and the AI has become much smarter than before, it's still not capable of handling complex tasks. When encountering a problem that the AI can't solve on independently, the player has to switch to the corresponding role and solve it manually, which can often lead to a fumbling situation. But worse than that, there is a SAN value system in the game. If the crew is attacked by high-frequency sound waves of seabed creatures, they will feel nauseous and dizzy. More serious will be mental problems. They may randomly attack their companions, or hallucinate and describe something that does not exist, making the situation chaotic. This is similar to Darkest Dungeon. If you are interested in Darkest Dungeon, maybe next time we will talk about this game. You can never predict what will happen on this submarine. Everything you encounter is unknown. And perhaps in the calm deep sea, there are countless eyes watching you. Except for normal plot mode, the game also has, for example, Mole mode to increase the difficulty. There is a lot more that can be explained about this game, but the rest I hope you can explore for yourself as a player. That's it for now. Thanks for watching Observation Room. I'm Ethan. Subscribe to my channel. See you next time on Observation Room.